I'm curious, do you have any initial hopes for LGH short and long term, and maybe even a step beyond that? Do you have any aspirational hopes for our greater Hartford community?
Yes. So I share with people, just to be transparent, that during the interview process, it was a 4-month-long process. I think there were almost 40 people that applied. Toward the end, there were 3 finalists. And the search committee said to the 3 finalists, we want you to identify an issue in Greater Hartford that you think LGH is well poised to address. So it was pretty open-ended, but they said, give it thought, and then you're going to pitch to us, several weeks down the road. So I thought long and hard about this. Are you noticing a theme? I thought long and hard about this. And I thought, mentoring program, different things that we could do, and all those things we may do, right? But what never really sat well with me, especially not being a native of Connecticut, is that we are one of the wealthiest states in the nation, right? But we also have the largest gaps and disparities in terms of achievement, in terms of wealth, in terms of education. I mean, so many, right? I mean, the city of Hartford, the average median household income is less than half of just the surrounding towns. So for me, I fear that if we don't lean more into those issues, that leadership remains kind of an abstract, theoretical conversation, right? Whereas I think we want to make even more impact. The great news is that because of LGH's amazing work and staff and board and everyone else, we have a lot of these relationships with nonprofits that are working on these issues. So I think all the ingredients are there. But I think for us to be more involved in closing those gaps, to truly fulfill the mission and vision of LGH, to make a diverse, strong, vibrant community. I think that's my hope. The other thing I'll just share, I was in an event earlier this week with Five Frogs, and the quote came up: transient discomfort is a small price to pay for connection. And I'll say it again because I hadn't heard of it before this week. Transient discomfort is a small price to pay for connection. So visibility matters, right?
Yes.
Like, for the next generation, do they have people that look like them and can relate to them, that can help them, right? So that's where I formed the Race Equity Advisory Council, to really give us bold recommendations. And 2 of them, the first 2, we're already working on trying to find a vendor to give us, both staff and board, culture, humility, and anti-racism training. And there's 8 more really profound recommendations that we're going to share with the whole network. But that gives a little bit in terms of my hopes for LGH, and also my hopes for this community. Martin Luther King has a quote: our destiny is tied up in the destiny of America's, right? So our destiny as LGH is tied up in the destiny of Hartford and Greater Hartford's.